Hi, welcome back to SafeMoneyHelp.com's Building Your Retirement Income Plan. I'm Mike, and I want to thank you for the time that you've spent with me so far. In review, so far we've covered the fact that most people consider having a retirement plan in place very important, but a majority of those same people don't have a plan in place. And then we talked about how you're taking the initiative to create your retirement income plan and how that sets you apart from the crowd. We also covered the income portion of your budget, and this will give us a good idea of where your income in retirement will come from and how long it will last. Today, we're going to switch to the other side of that budget equation and figure out how much outflow you'll have and where it's going. We'll look at 4 different categories of expenses, and I'll give you a brief overview of all of them. And then in the coming days, you'll get more in-depth information on all of them. So make sure you have your retirement income planning workbook handy, and let's get started. Creating a retirement income budget may not be enough. A comprehensive retirement income plan should not only evaluate needs at a high level, but it should distinguish between expenses that are must-haves as compared to nice-to-haves. This distinction is essential to creating a sustained income and provide flexibility in a retirement income plan. Understanding must-have needs defines the amount of income that is essential to sustain your retirement, while recognizing the nice-to-have needs enables you to assess your ability to cut back on those expenses should things not go as planned. And creating a retirement budget and defining must-haves and nice-to-haves probably seems like a pretty logical approach, but sometimes putting logic into action isn't always as simple as it seems. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go a step further and also add 2 more categories to your budget as well. So we'll end up breaking expenses down into 4 separate categories. Those will be must-haves, just in case, nice-to-haves, and then finally when I'm gone. Just like each individual person's retirement is unique, each of these 4 categories of expenses has unique characteristics as well and need to be examined individually as part of your comprehensive retirement income strategy. And then we'll match an income source that offers the features that align with those characteristics of how the money will be spent. So what are must-have expenses? Well, these are the expenses related to the necessities of life. Food, clothing, shelter, healthcare, medicine, utilities, taxes, all income needs that must be met. As such, the income used to cover these needs tends to have certain characteristics. What are those characteristics? Well, they need to be consistent. So the payments don't fluctuate much from month to month. Regular. So the payments come in as expected. The last thing you want is a delayed payment. Reliable. You can count on that money to be paid. Tax efficient. We're always looking at ways to minimize the effects of taxation. And then lifelong. We need to have some source of income that will be dependent upon for a complete lifetime. So the importance of these characteristics will become more obvious when we compare them to the characteristics of other expenses that we'll cover in the coming days. So if you have your worksheet handy, go ahead and grab it. As you can see, the must-haves are broken down into different categories. Stuff like housing, utilities, insurance, food, household items, pets, taxes, healthcare, clothing, transportation, debt payments, and personal care. Now, we've spent some time trying to think of every possibility in each category. You may see some things that you don't think are must-haves, or we may have forgotten things altogether that's a must-have for you. So if that's the case, make sure you enter that into the other category, and then we'll take that expense into account as well. So I hope you've learned more about creating your retirement income strategy today and how different types of expenses have different characteristics. For the next installment, it will be a shorter one, but this installment, because of the things that are must-have in retirement, it's going to take you a little while to put it together. So thanks for hanging in there, and watch your email for the next video.